welcome to my new video. This is NBA Live 96 for the Sega Saturn, and this was yet another one of the basketball games that came with the Sega Saturn. The person who obviously owned the Saturn before me was a basketball nut. As you can see, the difference between this and the Slam and Jam one is this takes a more conventional side-on view, and that automatically scores brownie points for me. It's still basketball, it's still got the same silly mechanics that I can't get to grips with, but you know, it's a more realistic depiction, I think, of the sport than Slam and Jam. Everybody seems in proportion, and I will say it does seem more playable. Moving the camera angle to the sidelines, like, you know, sort of the TV cam effect, does make a huge difference. It makes it far easier to see where people are, and I actually found that I was able to do something in this game, and it still run down one end, score, then try and stop the other team scoring as they run down the other end, and I've got bashing all the buttons and hoping to some higher power that my players steal the ball or do something useful. Sometimes I think, you know, it's more luck than judgment if you get the ball back, but again, you know, I'm willing to give that the benefit of the doubt. I don't really fully understand the whole basketball thing. It's not a sport that I enjoy listening to, not a sport that I enjoy watching particularly, so, you know, willing to give it a go. Game wise, it's not too bad. Interestingly enough, I had a real hard time getting this to boot up on the Saturn for some reason. There were no marks on the disc. It was just that it took repeated attempts to get the Saturn to load this, and that's the only game that I've had a problem with. So I don't know if it was a problem that was with the game when it come out, or whether there is something wrong with the disc and it's just not immediately clear, because as I say, there's very little in the way of surface marks on the disc. I'm not really too sure, but yeah, I mean, it was worth the effort to try and boot it up. Again, you know, to me, it's no NBA Jam beating game. I much preferred the arcade, the silliness, the special moves, and the over-the-top nature of NBA Jam. This, to me, you know, as I say, it's a typical EA Sports title. They've tried to make it as realistic and as faithful to the sport as possible. Graphically, it looks pretty good. You know, again, the graphics are nice and clear. There's no slowdown. There's not too much in the way of glitching that I noticed or anything like that. You know, and it does its job. What can I say? I mean, if you're a basketball fan, you know, the likelihood is you've checked out the various EA NBA games, so you'll know all about them. But if you are looking for a retro basketball game, if that's your thing, then I would imagine you could do a lot worse than this. I certainly enjoyed playing it, and that's saying something, because like I say, I'm not a fan of the sport, so I was able to get some enjoyment out of it. As I said before, more luck than judgment, but as you can see by the scoreline, by the way I'm playing as the Indianapolis Pacers, I managed to get in the lead, and I actually managed to win this game, which was a pleasant surprise because I thought I'd get absolutely battered. But obviously the game took a certain degree of pity on me. I think I was probably helped as well by the fact that I did lower the difficulty level too, but didn't lower it that much. Okay, yeah, I did. I put it on the lowest difficulty settings. But I was able to get enjoyment out of the game from doing that, so there you go. So anyway, that's NBA Live on the Sega Saturn. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please stay tuned to my channel for more videos to come. Thank you for watching.